for a phrase everyone is happy to hear, we wrote a song for you. Serious. I haven't been your only one, but maybe the sweetest one, if not the dearest one. The kind of place you might want to spend a couple of decades. I hear you've been coming around here some 20 years. Yeah, trying to get wrapped up in my black and gold. And no, you never cared if people stopped and stared, 'cause I'll be there when you got nowhere. Is you got a bridge to my heart for now and always. I'll be your city. Why don't we take a walk on down to the street, stick some French fries and a fried egg on a sandwich? Not too far, we're just a few blocks away from the DLCC. Here are my three sisters, they're just making sure that you can find me. Late at night you can treat me right, and we're still in sight of the corner light as we run along Liberty Ave. I'll be your city. And when 4 days have come and gone, you're here. It happened, it's done. You better remember we'll be right here, so don't you go looking for another one. 'Cause I'm yours, gonna run all night here at Anthrocon. I can hold you tight. I'm yours, gonna run all night here at Anthrocon. Gonna hold you tight. Yeah, the fireworks gonna run all night here at Anthrocon. I can hold you tight. Yeah, the fireworks gonna run all night here at Anthrocon. I can hold you tight.
Anthrocon, thank you.
I've been wanting to wear this for months. Took some notes here. First off, welcome to Anthrocon 2016, the 20th Anthrocon. Ladies and gentlemen. Back here for our 11th year in the magnificent city of Pittsburgh, which has embraced us like no other. Yeah, let's hear it for the city. We're not going to keep you too long. We know that you guys want to get underway, but we want to make sure we give some thanks to some folk that are very important to us. Primarily, I want to thank the Dorsai Irregulars, that security crew that keeps us all safe, the folks in the red vests When you see them, they are here to make sure nothing bad happens to you. And also for, I don't know how many years, people who have become such a part of the Anthrocon scene, I could not imagine having the convention without them. The sign language interpreters from SLIP here in Pittsburgh, sign language interpreting professionals. We have Lauren over here. And we also have a gentleman that a lot of you have asked about, and I'm very, very pleased to see he's joined us.
Hey guys, I'm real comfortable signing on stage, not so much speaking. ASL is my first language after all. That was crazy. I didn't expect that to ever happen. I'm just glad to be here. Tomorrow actually is going to be 6 months. I like to call it my 6-month stab anniversary. It was crazy. I can't thank all of you enough for your generosity. It doesn't surprise me at all. Now that I've been here a couple years, I know that's what kind of people you all are. And I'm just so appreciative of everything that you all did for me. This is my favorite event of the year. Lauren would agree. We talk about this all year. We get excited to come here. We love it so much. So when I was in the hospital, I couldn't eat for a little while. And they told me I wasn't allowed to lift weights for 6 to 12 months. I went back way faster than that to the gym. It was funny, I was like a teenager again. When I started lifting when I was young, I played sports and that was the reason. I wanted to impress girls, you know, that was the reason. And now I told Lauren like 2 months ago, I'm at the gym every time lifting because I want to impress furries. How do you know when you actually become a furry? Well, so the other day I tried to text the name Kate on my phone, and it auto-corrected to Kage. Thank you guys all again. I have a surprise for a story hour on Saturday, and if you guys come to the charity show Sunday, I will show you my scars and the stab wounds as well, so thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, boys, you want to start your thing? Before they do that, this again is our 20th Anthrocon. It's probably going to be hard to see in the back. I don't know if the cameras can get this. A very fine gentleman made this for us. It's a little 20th anniversary plaque, and I wanted to share it all with you. And he kind of borrowed the artwork of Tani Dariella. I hope she doesn't mind, but it's just too cute. Oh, yes, as you can call it. Before we introduce ourselves, the people who are up on the stage, I want to introduce some folk who have been very, very kind to join us this year. You all know that every year we invite luminary guests to grace us with their presence, and we have 3 this year. I will bring them up one by one, and you can like say ooh and ah and stuff like that. Because they really kick butt, I'll tell you. First off, Mr. Trevor Devall, you've probably heard his voice many places on the animated version of Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket Raccoon. As soon as we saw that, I was like, oh my God! Trevor, get to be kind enough.
Hello, Anthrocon. It's good to be here. It's my first time. I'm very excited to be here, very excited to see all of you, and very excited to have all of you come see me at my various panels this weekend, so don't be shy! Come on down and say hello to the guy who does rockets.
You can join us here if you want to. Go back seat. Or you can go back down, go to the bar, I'll meet you there. We also have a fantastic lady that I've been a fan of for quite some time, and it was kind of embarrassing because when I first saw her, I'm like, okay, must be professional. I was like, it's Tracy! Many of you have seen Lackadaisy Cats. It is one of the most magnificent furry graphic novels, visual novels out there. It takes place in the 1920s during the era of Prohibition. Boo. Ms. Tracy Butler.
Thank you for the reminder, Sam.
Hi guys, it's a real honor to be here. Thank you for the invitation and everybody who kind of threw my name out there as a potential guest here. Tremendous honor to be here and happy to draw for you if you come see me in the dealer's den.
And certainly not least, the final guest, I want to introduce a gentleman that we kind of tiptoed after. It's like, oh boy, would he want to come to our convention? Would he want to come to our convention? I am going to let somebody else introduce him because I would probably butcher his name, and I do not want to embarrass myself. Our third guest, chiaroscuro?
Yes, that would be Mr. Joaquin Baldwin, Disney animator.
Hey guys, I'm super excited to be here. So thank you so much for inviting me. This is freaking crazy. By the way, do you guys hear about the announcement yesterday? That they're up to coming up very soon.
Thank you very much. You can have a seat too, or go to the bar, either one. I was a little embarrassed last night because Joaquin, I asked to buy him a drink, and he said, I don't drink. I said, that's okay, I'll drink it for you. Tell these people who you are and why I love you so much.
Hi everyone, I am KP. I'm the Programming and Events Director, and all of the stuff that's going to be happening this weekend in the schedule, that's our area.
Hi, Carl Jorgensen, also known as Zydex. I'm the Publications Director, and I take care of the printed materials and media liaison duties, because I didn't run away fast enough.
Hello everyone, Kenneth Baker, also known as Jen Talon, audiovisual director, so lights, lasers, and foundation shaking music, which I hope you all enjoy.
I'm Peter Catt, the art show director, and this is my 20th Anthrocon too. I was just minding my own business in the lobby in 1997, and a friend I knew from other conventions said, hey, we're setting up an art show, you want to help? And here I am. So enjoy. We have some amazing artwork from our guests of honor, so stop by and take a look at it, bid on it. And a lot of, I think we have like 142 other artists as well. So come on down. We open today at 2 p.m. because it takes a long time to set up.
I'm glad you got asked, Peter. I got told. Back at Anthrocon 2000, Sam spotted me and said, get to work. And he hasn't told me I can stop yet.
You look competent.
Just a face. I am chiaroscuro, aka Robert Armstrong. I run the dealer's room and fursuit photography departments.
Hey everybody, my name is Douglas Muth. I'm also known as Giza. I've switched roles this year from operations director to the newly created technology director position because website, social media, technology infrastructure, it's become a full-time job. The operations office still exists though, in room 309 in the DLCC, and you can now see me not at the front desk, but hiding in the back desk with all the monitors. Feel free to stop by and say hello. Thanks.
I'm Tom Brewer, also known as Nikona Shadow Wolf. I am the newly appointed acting director of registration.
Appointed.
Yeah, appointed. I would like to apologize for those delays we had in registration yesterday. We had slight problems with the badge printers, and we are working to correct that. And I would like to thank you all for your patience. And as for numbers so far in the con, we have had over 4,400 attendees pre-register, And as of this point, we have over 5,800 registered attendees.
I do also want to recognize when we had the issue with the badge printer, and I was on the telephone to the badge printer salesman, the registration staff did absolutely yeoman's work to try to keep things going. And we do apologize again for the wait, but those guys really kicked ass trying to get it fixed. So thank those guys.
I'm Tiger Wolf, been with Anthrocon since number 2, at which point I was drafted. And I run the internet den that's over in the West End. I take care of communications radios and a bunch of other odds and ends. And this time for this gig, empty enforcer. And you've been introduced to our guests here. I want to be sure that you're really, really nice to them. And don't give them any guff. Otherwise, I might have to introduce you to my friend Mr. Thompson here. And I don't think you want to meet him. He's not all that nice. So have a good time, but keep it in line. And when you get to the speakeasy, tell him Fuzzy sent you.
Aquarium, I'd like to ask them to come out and say hello and explain where all that lovely money is going to go you're going to give to them.
Thank you. No oohs and ahs for me. No oohs and ahs for me. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually one of our South American prehensile tail porcupines. We thought you'd bring out a small example of what we had. It was too difficult to bring an elephant up on the stage and have it withstand its weight. So we went a little smaller, but honestly, really wanted to thank everybody. We're truly honored to be selected as the charity this year. It means so much to us in our conservation efforts, in our wildlife campaigns, and just this kind of giving is unheard of and just so appreciated. We hope that you have some time this week to make it out and visit us at the zoo, see some of our much larger animals and our furry animals, including our 5-month-old Amoore leopard cub. So we really want to say thank you on behalf of the city of Pittsburgh as well, for the support over the years coming back every year. It's truly an honor. We really appreciate all that you do for us. So thank you. And we hope to see you. We'll be here all week.
Before you go, who are your friends here?
Yes, we have our own mascot you'll see in and out. We actually have 3. We have 2 represented here with our rhino and our polar bear. So be sure to shake hands, come down, take pictures. They're very excited. This is their moment to shine too. So we really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Can I have a hug? Can I have a no? Okay, 1 or 2 small announcements before we turn you loose. The folks who give away the fursuit badges out there, there's a nice white-haired little old lady. She has asked everybody, she loves to get hugs, but every single fursuiter wants to stop and give her a hug, and that's why my sister, who is a 3rd-degree black belt in Kung Fu, is going to be sitting there. They asked, please do keep the line moving, because we want to make sure that no fursuiters, keel over in the line. So if you do want to stop and talk to the nice lady or hug her or something, kind of go to the end of the table. Again, there was a little traffic jam last year. Let's see. What else do we need to tell them? Oh, yes.
We just wanted to mention, did folks get to meet the hotel Friends of Anthrocon this year? We want to thank the hotels for joining with us in doing that. They chose their mascots. We just assembled them. Is Moth Monarch in the audience? Right here.
Stand up. House lights, please. mascot, she rules.
She will be at table B20 in the dealer's room if you wanted to come by and buy all her stuff.
Plug, plug. I want to remind everyone, our theme is the Roaring 20. You get it because it's our 20th Anthrocon. So we have chosen that theme, and again, it is, some of us have gotten into it. It was a time of frivolity and of just, letting oneself go, and I fully intend to do so in the spirit of the time. So if you would hand me back my,
There's your bottle.
Hey, no, the real one, the actual one.
What? That's a real bottle. It's not a hologram. Our AV guys are good, but they're not that good.
Okay, what is this all about?
It's the 20s. It's prohibition. And during the 20s, Pittsburgh was a dry city.
No problem. The major decision makers up there are on stage. All in favor of repealing prohibition? How about you guys? I have you talk to Mr. Thompson now. Fish farting this stuff. Anything else these good folk need to know? Well, at that point, you guys have a lot of fun to have. We don't want to keep you from it. We're going to declare the 20th Anthrocon 2016 open. Go have fun. Ladies and gentlemen. Giraffe now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the closing ceremonies of Anthrocon 2016, the 20th annual Anthrocon convention, which I do believe continues to be the largest furry convention in the world. Make a lot of more words up here, but again, the folks who have made this convention the success that it is are primarily sitting up here on the stage. This is not to put down the efforts of the some 250-odd staff members and army of volunteers, but these are the folks up here whose job it is to lose sleep. So, as we wind down, we wanted to just tell you a few things about this year and about next year, and I think the easiest thing to do would be to start at the stage right and just closing comments from the various directors. Introduce yourself, who the heck you are, and what you want to say.
Acting Director of Registration. We've had quite an increase this year. Last year, if you recall, we had a little over 6,300 attendees. This year, the total number of attendees is 7,000.
Oh my God!
Isn't that an increase of nearly 1,000?
Almost.
How nice.
It was an excellent success. I hope you all got out there and spent a ton of your money. Our dealers gave a very positive report. And the fursuit photo this year went quite well, despite apparently that half the room was still there when the end of the fursuit parade was coming in. But the photo went well. It is up on the net. It is, in that photo, approximately $3.8 million worth of fursuits.
What was the final number? We take three numbers and average them. What was the final number in the parade?
You'll have to ask KP about that when it's his turn.
But I'll have to
It
wait.
scares me, Sam. It scares me.
the charity director, and I'm going to go over the charity numbers with you. Starting from the smallest to the largest, Grace Goldino Jawa, an artist in the dealer's room, raised $85 at our table for the charity this year, which was great. Our charity this year, as I mentioned, was the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium. Then Dirty Paws raised $112 for the zoo as well. First Science, the folks doing the surveys, raised $150 for the charity. There was an ACE and Anthrocon panel that dropped off $150. We don't have the specifics on that. Does anybody know who dropped that off? No? Anonymous dropped off $150. Some of the guys have the masks. They received cash donations of $253 at their table. Who's Lion raised $644. They brought to the charity auction and just plopped down on the table in a giant hat. Thank you, Lion. They raised $936 in merchandise sales in the dealer's room. The charity poker tournament brought in $1,610, which is better than last year of $1,320, so that's an increase. That's great. Thank you very much. The bucket brigades brought in $3,026, which was great. Thank you for all the persons who participated in that. Very helpful. The charity raffle brought in almost as much as we used to make in some auctions. Last year we had $42.15. This year we had $5,353 in the raffle alone. The Kage 2 Together comedy show brought in $6,150. And then they did a pass around and raised an additional $740. And finally, the charity auction had a great year, improving last year by $3,000 for a total of $11,670. And our grand total that we raised for the Pittsburgh Zoo, and this is tentative, we're expecting to bump up a little more as we learn more detail. We have $30,880. Pittsburgh Zoo to come up and say a few words.
I actually was standing backstage a little bit ago, and there's a bunch of porcupine quills back there, and it made me realize how quickly this weekend went, and how amazing it all was. From opening ceremonies to here at closing ceremonies already, but over $30,000 is just obscene. It's amazing. I can't say how overwhelmed I am and how grateful we are. This is just, these kind of efforts really make everything that we do seem worthwhile and, help with our conservation and wildlife initiatives. And to see this many people that care about animals the way that we do and have a passion for the city, and so many out-of-towners that are giving and have a passion for all of us here, it is truly, truly tremendous, and it's been an amazing experience getting to meet so many of you and having conversations and just, feeling welcome in my own city too. So we can't wait to have you back again next year. Already looking forward to seeing all of you again next year, but I can't say thank you enough to this amazing board from the beginning when we met with them and they walked us through all of this, to all of you. I mean, you guys have opened up your hearts and opened up your checkbooks, and it is really, really appreciated. I can't say it enough. So thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Just a tiny request. At some point, I'm certain the zoo will obtain another giraffe. When you do get a giraffe, on behalf of Anthrocon, could you name it? Thank you.
This is Giza. I'm the technology director. Let me ask, who here uses Twitter? Well, we became the 4th most popular hashtag trending for Pittsburgh over the weekend. Earlier today, we actually set a convention record in Twitter. We've been keeping track of our impressions, and just a couple hours ago, we broke 1 million impressions over the last week for the first time in our existence. So this is how this will be seen all over Twitter, and we can't thank you enough for that. Thanks, guys.
Hi everyone, my name is KP, I'm the Events and Programming Director, and someone had asked earlier what the number for the fursuit parade was. Last year, the number of fursuits in the parade was 1,460. This year, it was 2,100 on the nose.
Wow!
And just so you guys know how Herculean an effort that was, as the first people were coming back from the outdoor and dealers were part of the parade, only about 1/4 of the parade had actually left the hall where it started. It took almost an hour to get everybody out of there. It's a lot of fursuits. So thanks to everybody who participated. Did have one other thing that we wanted to mention. The folks that did the masquerade, as well as our DJs and some of our musicians, have not yet picked up your performer tags and ribbons. I do have them here. If you would like to pick them up, they will be available right here or on the main stage right after closing ceremonies, but not too long afterwards because I think we're not hungry. So that's all. Thanks everybody. Felt like a great weekend.
We got anything you'd like to say, I'll hand this to you.
Well, I want to thank you all very much for being such a great and welcoming community for my first furry convention. I certainly hope it's not my last. You guys were fantastic. It's one of the best cons I've ever been to, and I owe it all to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. Like I said before, it was a tremendous honor, and turned out to be hands down the best convention experience I've ever had, so thank you again.
I absolutely share the same thoughts. This is amazing. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much for having us as guests. This is fantastic. I definitely go to another con later, so cool.
Is going to be open for as long as you want it to be open. If you guys feel like coming back sometime, I can't do the big fancy cars, but we can at least make sure you're taken care of while you're here. I'm sure this would love to see you again. It would be, I believe, June 29th through July 2nd. Of 2017, our theme will be Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So you can keep the tabs on for what you might do for our con book and such. All right, if there are no further comments from the Board of Directors, yes, prohibition ends as soon as I say the magic word, and I'm going to be running right over to the West End to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthrocon would not be Anthrocon without all of you. It would be boring. We'd be sitting up here talking to an empty room, and that would be weird. But we thank you. We thank the furry fandom. You guys are great. The reason we do this is for you. And you know, why is that? Hell, because you guys are worth it. We love you. We want to give something to you. So on that note, I do officially, as chairman, declare Anthrocon 2016 closed. Please do go enjoy yourselves, but remember you are still bound by our standards of conduct until you leave Pittsburgh. So let's not go crazy. Don't go out there and have too much to drink and make an idiot out of yourself. That's my job. Thank you all.